Hi guys, and welcome back to MisoDog TV. And today we have a guest.
Hello.
What's your name?
My
Where are you
name's
from?
my name's Sam. I'm from the UK, just north of London originally. Nice to meet you. We do this in Japanese YouTube, right?
Hey. How long have you been in Japan?
I've been here since about 2011, 2012, so 8-9 years.
That's a while.
It's a while. Most of my adult life, yeah.
Wow. And what were you doing before you came here?
Well, I taught in Korea for a year. Then before that, I was at university. Back in 2010-ish, 2011, it was more difficult to get a teaching job in Japan that wasn't at a juku. I didn't want to go teach at a juku. Juku is like a cram school, like after school English lessons for kids or whatever. Pay and the hours and stuff are a bit dodgy at most juku.
Okay.
So I wanted to work as an ALT, an assistant language teacher, at like a high school or middle school or elementary school.
Yeah.
Elementary school. That was a bit more difficult back then. So I went to Korea first up for a year because it was easier to get a job there. Got 1 year of experience in Korea, then came over to Japan. It was easy after that.
Were you planning on staying in Japan long term originally, or like?
No.
What
Absolutely
made you stay?
Meeting my now wife.
I made the segue. Anyway.
Yeah, she doesn't really speak English. So
Your Japanese is fine, is what I'm hearing.
I don't know why you keep bringing that up, but if everyone speaks slowly enough, and I have a dictionary in my left hand and Google in my right hand, then we can get by.
I don't think you did. Okay. How did you meet your wife?
I've played rugby.
Okay.
Played it for 20 years and I don't understand.
20 years?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa. Yeah, so I played rugby. My wife was the manager for the team.
What were you playing rugby for, like an official like team or something in Japan?
I played for Lion.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait. Okay. No.
What was that reaction?
No.
Oh.
No. Okay. Because I don't really.
That would get you 1,000 views
Why?
straight off on. Oh. Then once I quit playing rugby, I went to a language school to learn Japanese properly. Did that for like a year, and then I got my job at Genius. Genius is wait, I should be speaking to.
Speak, yeah.
Genius is an Otomania and Bishoujo visual novel games company based in Akihabara, or Akiba, as the kids call it.
That's the kids.
Yeah, so we make visual novels and things for mobile, Android and iOS. Anibabe and Otomania are our platforms on iOS. Please search for our games. Links in the description below. There you go, you got to do these. I do a lot of kind of random things. I hire writers. I work on scripts. I make character proposals and designs. I come up with game concepts, although not very much. Just occasionally if we need a game concept here or there, I'll throw one in. We have a whole load of production assistants.
Yeah.
Their job is to actually make the games. Hello everyone.
Hello everyone watching this video. Hello people at Genius. Okay. I'm kind of going off topic now,
Okay.
but what are some things that you like and dislike about Japan?
Like and dislike about
In
Japan.
general.
Big picture.
Yeah.
I really don't like the derukui waga.
Yeah.
I really don't like that.
Yeah.
That's the nail that sticks out gets
Just hammered down.
hammered down. Basically, if you're like in any way different here, you're either outright bullied or pressured into conforming, which is bad in its own right. But it also leads to the situation that the country's in now, where the government has not changed in any social or economic policies of any meaningful change. They've not really meaningfully changed in 30 years, and everyone is like Pikachu face. Why is the birth rate so low? Why is our economy so horrific? Like, yeah, I mean, surprised, right?
Yeah.
Why is everyone so surprised that like nothing has changed in 30 years when nothing can change because of the culture of, like, If you don't have anyone who's willing to stick their head above the parapet and actually take that flak, then nothing's going to change. And I wouldn't be so annoyed about it if people realised that having that attitude is what's causing so many societal issues now. That's probably like the big picture thing I dislike about Japan. Something I like about Japan, probably how clean everything is. Like, if you compare it to London.
Oh really?
Like, oh my god, yeah. It's a bit apples and oranges because London's thousands of years old or whatever. So yeah, I like the cleanliness of Japan. Japanese people are cool, fun to hang out with. If you meet the wrong people, that's the same anywhere, I suppose, isn't it?
That's true.
Meet the wrong people, they're a nightmare. But like, meet an English person, if you meet the right one, they're cool. If you meet the wrong one, they're a nightmare as well. So I don't know if I can say that's a good thing about Japan specifically, but I happen to have met good people in Japan, which is why I enjoy staying here. Yeah. Why do you come to Japan?
Me?
Yeah. I'm the interviewer now.
Yeah, what?
I'm the boss now.
What? What happened? Why was my interview turned on me? I wanted to ask about like intercultural marriage.
Okay.
Sorry, we went from
we're like the
here,
whiplash.
but...
My neck is sore. Ow.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about like how that works. Do you have any?
How that works? Well, you sign a piece of paper, and then your partner signs a piece of paper, and then you put it in the town office or whatever.
So I should be an interviewer. What I meant to ask is like cultural differences. Do they make a difference?
Yeah, they do. I don't think you can ever understand a culture fully coming from the outside. I don't think it's possible to kind of completely do away with your own biases. You learn a lot by living in a place for a long time, and you learn even more when you live with someone of that other culture. When I make rice in a bowl or whatever, and I stick the chopsticks in the bowl, like you have to you're not allowed to put the chopsticks in the rice. You have to put them on top of the bowl. You're not allowed to you can't have them standing up on their own. Stuff like that is this tiny little annoyance because it annoys my wife, which then makes her get annoyed at me, which then makes me annoyed, and it's just like a little feedback loop that just, it's just like a silly little thing. Yeah. It's not like, I'm going to divorce you over the way that you put
your chopsticks in the rice.
I think, honestly, I still think that the compatibility between you and your partner is the most important thing, but it is something to take into consideration if you're, even if you're not going to get married or like they're your partner or whatever, even if you're just going to roommate with someone.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for people who are like, I really want to go to Japan, you know?
Oh, that's so difficult. That's so difficult. A lot of people have asked me that.
Really?
A lot of people have asked me how to learn Japanese, which is the wrong person to ask, but like a lot of people have asked me how to learn Japanese and how to come to Japan. Yeah. But if you're a native English speaker and all you want to do is come to Japan, teach in a Eikaiwa or a Juku or as an ALT or something, come here for a year, see how you like it, and then if you like it, stay and move on. If you don't like it, then hey, you learned, right? You grew as a person, and just go back home, whatever. If you're not a native English speaker, be a programmer. You're not going to earn big money in Japan. Well, I shouldn't say that really. If you come from a poorer country, then you will earn big money in Japan. If you come from the UK or France or Germany or like America, you're not going to earn big money in Japan. You're going to earn a lot more in your home country, most likely. But Japan is desperate for programmers. The learning culture here is to look at a book, memorize the book, write what you learned on a piece of paper, right? Programming is you have a problem, you have a solution you want to get to, go do it using your own logical, using your grey matter. Yeah. One of the big reasons why they struggle with programming here. Also, all the documentation and stuff for programming and how to learn programming languages is invariably in English. And they don't have an English language, they're not very strong with the English language learning here. So that's another massive hurdle. So those two things combined mean that there aren't many homegrown programmers in Japan, which means they're always desperate for programmers here, which means you will find a job here. If you're not a native English speaker, you don't know programming, things get a bit dicey. There is a list somewhere of jobs the Japanese government have given special permissions for visas to. Normally you need a university degree or decent language proficiency, like A2 or whatever, and or some other requirements.
Yeah.
But if you're, for example, like a physiotherapist, if you're a nurse, they'll waive some of the language requirements. They used to require that you knew the Japanese nurse certification degrees. But now if you're of a select few countries, or you have your native country's nurses qualifications, they'll allow you for that. I can't remember what the specific details are. Yeah, Google it, you'll find out. Probably if you want to come to Japan, that's the easiest route in. If you want to come to Japan just to weeb out, I'd probably avoid it just because the kind of image people have in their head of Japan after reading anime and manga versus the reality of it is so different. Even if you learn anime Japanese or manga Japanese, it's fairly different from what people actually use in real life. So you're going to struggle, even if you could read a manga back to front, top to bottom, bottom to top, like left to right, whatever.
Yeah.
And you could watch an anime with no subtitles, like you understand everything. When you come here, you're still going to have a fair like language gap because the vocabulary they use and the kind of pronunciation and that kind of stuff is not massively different. Obviously, it's still Japanese, but it's like different. You know, it's a bit different anyway.
Yeah.
So like, if you just kind of want to come to Japan just to weeb out,
should make a trip instead.
Yeah, I'd probably like whatever the longest, if you can afford it, like whatever the longest.
Like 90 days.
Yeah, just stay over here as long as you can and like try and see what it's actually like.
Yeah. So thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your experiences.
You're welcome.
If you want to make any last minute
last minute promotions.
This is the time.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. My name's Sam. I'm a producer at Genius. We make Bishoujo and Otome visual novels for Android and iOS. Please check out Anibabe and Otomania. Links in the description.
It's in the description.
Please check out my girls. I was on such a roll then as well. Hello, my name's Sam. I'm a producer at Genius. We make Otome and Bishoujo visual novels.
If you like the video, give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. Bye.
So I'm a producer at Genius. I produce things.
Okay. Oh. So explain to the people, I guess, what Genius
That was the perfect segue, and you just completely bungled it.
Okay, yeah, what am I supposed to what's Genius? I work there.
What's Genius? Please put links in the description.
Yeah, I
get fired if I come here and like we don't even get any like links or anything.
Yeah.